Yo, 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 what is up, everyone? Welcome back to a very new video here on the channel. So I hope you guys are all having a great day. Now, okay, alright, so before anybody goes, crazy, and they are like, oh, Odin's such a team hopper, oh, can't even stay with Imperium for more than a week, oh, roast Odin because he's a team hopper. No, just shut up, okay? Hold on, hold the phone. Alright, so I gotta explain. So basically, while recruiting, I found that everybody wants Atlas, okay? So here's what I did. Luckily, I found this team called War Enforcers, who is gonna give me leader spot. So I'll be leader of this team pretty soon. So I basically did a small merge with them. They have Atlas. They're already in Platinum 2. They have the same goals as I do to get to Sapphire. We already have 50 out of 50 and pretty solid roster, and more are coming in. So yeah, we have Atlas. We're gonna be getting up to Sapphire pretty freaking quickly. So here's the deal. The minimum of Imperium was 100 because I wanted to try and get a full roster. Thing is, we're already full. So if I said that you'll be able to get in, for those who emailed me before, I will try and get a spot ASAP. Unfortunately, if you did not message me about it, the new minimum is now at least 200 with Garnet Dragons. For now. I'm not really going to make too many exceptions for that. But yeah, because we already have, I might change that later on, but at the moment, we have to find dead weight, and there's definitely a possibility. But I feel like with Atlas, I know a lot more people are going to be interested. So if you're on a team right now and you're tired of being in Platinum and you want to get to Sapphire, and let's say you're like a level 300 or above, just message me in game. I will definitely get you a spot. And yeah, I think we have a competitive team here. But yeah, I will be leader in a day or two. So, okay. So let's go into Atlas. It's nice to be able to do Atlas videos. And let's talk about Primarchs. One of the more frequent questions that I get asked with Atlas is, after you get your first Primarch, which I believe is called a Destroyer. Once you get your first Primarch done, level 5, it opens up the ability to get one of the 4 other Primarchs in this game. Okay? A Rusher, a Sieger, a Taunter, and then a quote-unquote upgraded version of the Destroyer. So I'm going to go over each of those today, as well as talk about which one I think personally you should get, but I want to go over it if this will ever load. Okay, alright, I will see you guys once I get this going. So we are back. Okay, so let's talk about, first, let's start at the top. Oh, okay, sorry, my bad. My apologies. It's called Fighter, and then the upgraded quote-unquote version of it is called the Destroyer. Alright, so let's talk about the Rusher. So, this is the one that I got at first. And basically what Rushers do, they allow you to go into, let's say, a massive invasion. So if you're with your team and you're trying to take over an island, these guys are able to trap the Taunters. And I'm going to explain what Taunters do in a second, but it'll make more sense then. But basically, their main ability is the ability to trap Taunters in a way that you can get past the Taunters' hold on your troops. So basically the way that Taunters work, I guess I'll explain it right now. If you have a Taunter on an island, okay, and you have your Primarch, okay, and you go up to this island, you cannot attack any of the other Primarchs on that island until you can kill 10% of the troops on the Taunter that's sitting there. Now, some people, have, 10 Taunters on the one island, and you have to go through all of them. It becomes a really big pain because it takes a lot of time and allows more people to start coming in. So Taunters are really, really useful because they have the ability to basically delay invasions. And a lot of times, Taunters are going to be for really high levels. But with a Rusher, it's the fastest moving one out here when it's maxed out just like every other one. It's the fastest one out there. You go in quickly. It has an extremely high defense, so people don't want to attack it. So you can sit there and trap the Taunter in order for your Siegers, who are good attackers, to go in and kill everything without having to worry about the Taunter. It's really complicated. Sorry, it's not really complicated, but it can be a little bit confusing. So think about it like this. The Taunter sits there. You cannot attack any other Primarch on the island that the Taunter is sitting on without killing 10% of the Taunter's troops. Or a Rusher comes in and traps the Taunter. There's a little option for it. and you can trap it for a certain amount of time, and it gives your teammates a little bit of time and a little window to attack the rest of the Primarchs to take them out, which basically hurts the enemy. There you go. That's what a Rusher does. You'll see that, let's say, the defense power, 258 defense power, compared to the defense power of the Taunter, which is only 140. Or this guy right here, the Sieger, which is only 55. So this guy, people do not want to attack, ever. It is a really bad idea attacking a Taunter. But also, if you have the Taunter, it is not a good idea to attack other people. Its attack power is really, really low. Look, 55 against 70, against 170 versus 258. So basically what these numbers on the right mean, if the attack power is higher, that means you're going to kill more troops of the enemies compared to your own. Okay? And then the defense power means if somebody attacks you and you have a really high defense power, they're going to lose more troops. But if you have a really, really low defense power like a Sieger, you're going to lose a ton of troops and it won't cost them anything. That is why attacking a Sieger is really, really nice. If you're attacking an island, I always prioritize a Sieger. Because it's so good because you can take out so many of their troops. And it gives you a lot of glory. Okay, so that's the Rusher. Now the Taunter, like I said, it's decent. It has a decent amount of defense power. It has okay attack power. It's just kind of like the average. But the thing with this guy is it's really, really smart to have at least one of these per island that your team owns. Your goal should be, honestly, with this guy, if I have a team, okay, that has only one island, like my current team has, we're going to get more, but currently we only have one. What you want to do is you want to get your Taunter leveled up to max ASAP. You want to get that Taunter on the highest level on that team leveled up quickly. It doesn't have to be the highest level, but I would honestly not prioritize a Taunter unless you are above level 300. Okay? If I'm a level 150, getting a Taunter is literally pointless. Alright? Because you really want these people to be trying to attack a super high level base, and if they can't beat that base, they can't attack any of the other players on your island. So the higher level the guy with the Taunter is, the better. Now, of course, if you're going against Dreadnought or an NMO, then it doesn't matter, but, you know what I'm saying, against most teams, if you have a level 400 base, maxed out completely, and you have a Taunter sitting there, most people are not going to be able to beat that. And that island will be pretty safe unless you have a Rusher. Or, the enemy has a Rusher. So yeah, I'm going to say right now, do not worry about a Taunter unless you're over 300, or on a team that you're the highest level or almost the highest level. Destroyer is literally like a sad middle ground. I don't suggest it at all. It's not worth it, in my opinion. It's decent, you know? It's kind of average. It has a decent amount of attack power. It has a decent amount of defense power. But in the end of the day, it doesn't have a special ability or like a really good advantage compared to the other ones. Because this guy is really good for, you know, trapping and defense. This guy is necessary, I would argue, to defend your own island. And this guy is ridiculous for attacking people. So, you know what I mean? It's like, why get this when you could really prioritize what you're working with? Okay? See, I do not suggest getting the Destroyer. I haven't gotten it, and I just don't see a point in it. Now, the Sieger, you'll notice that has an extremely high attack power. So this guy is really for attacking other people. You go in, get a bunch of troops, and you just deal a ton of damage, kill a bunch of their troops. So if you use a Sieger to hit a Sieger, that's going to give you the most VP. From what I've seen. And I took out, and I basically captured a entire island by myself of an enemy team with 30,000 troops on this one Sieger. I went in and I wiped out their entire team and ended up putting a bubble on their island. If you have Atlas, you know the bubble means that you basically just murdered them. And I kind of bullied them the entire event. And I felt bad afterwards, but it was kind of fun, not gonna lie. And I got a lot of VP for it. As you can see, I had like over 100,000 just from that. It was a level 1 Sieger at the time. But yeah, so Siegers are really good for attacking people. That's their usage. So, okay, now to what everybody has questions over. You just got your fighter to level 5. Where do you go from here? Okay, so basically, in my opinion at least, the most optimal usage of your gold and your resources is the Sieger. The Sieger. The reason why, I don't personally really enjoy using a Rusher. it used to be where, it used to take a really long time to get places, but the thing is that you're going to want to have a rusher at some point, but in all honesty, they're just not a lot of fun. You can't attack people with them, ever. Never, ever, ever attack somebody with a rusher. Such a bad idea. You're going to lose all your troops, guaranteed, doesn't matter. They're for defense, not attack. So they're really boring. They're fast, but now every single Primarch is fast because it's like 0 moving time. So it's either like, you get a rusher, but you're only going to move 2 seconds faster. You know what I mean? So it's really not worth it. Personally, I would suggest a Sieger. Again, unless you're a level 300, now I'm personally working on my own Taunter, because I really need to for my team. But if you're not the highest level, this guy's going to be much more useful to you. It's going to be a lot of fun. You can go get glory. You can go get glory for your Dragon Riders, and all of that. And, you're going to lose some troops because your defense power is very, very limited. But in the end of the day, in the massive Atlas attacks and, the waves and all that stuff, a Sieger is going to be much more beneficial to you as a normal player than any of these others would be. It's going to be a lot more fun. Trust me. So that is what I would suggest doing. Get a Sieger. That is, I think, my favorite one out of these. It used to be Rusher when it used to be really, really quick, but in the end of the day, it's like, now it's useless, in my opinion, except, it's not useless at all, sorry, but for the normal, people on a really low-level team are not going to be going out and trying to conquer a ton of land. Not yet, at least. So you're not really going to need the Rusher or a Taunter, but a Sieger is really good to get points in the Atlas events, which you should definitely be prioritizing if you're a newer team. So yeah. Hopefully this helped you guys out. I don't know if it did. Let me know down in the comments section if you enjoyed. But yeah, a lot of new teams are getting Atlas, so if there's anything that you guys have questions over or anything like that, please let me know. I would be very happy to make particular videos depending on what you guys would like to see. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out, guys.